now. 2, 1.
2 days.
3, 2, 1. Okay, final one. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Conor Benn's team is making sure everything is planned perfectly for the Eubank Jr. fight. His main trainer says that their focus right now is on improving stamina and refining skills well ahead of the fight night.
He's already in decent condition, so what we're just doing at the minute for the first couple of weeks out here is we're working on his endurance, just working on the stamina, and then just doing a lot of technical stuff.
Benn's team understands that the Eubank Jr. fight won't be decided by strength or hype. It's going to be about who can maintain their pace, stay focused, and handle pressure when it counts. His team feels that the long wait has actually worked in Benn's favor. Head trainer Tony Sims explains that this extra time has helped Ben improve, both mentally and technically, adding more depth to his game as the big fight with Eubank Jr. approaches.
It's been a long time coming, over 2 years we've waited, so I feel like the date's coming closer and closer to us. For all that time, he's been working on different aspects of his game, and I think he's a lot more improved now than he was 12 months ago. So, it's going to be a tough fight because both Conor and Chris Eubank, as we all know, the history of the fathers, there's a lot of pride there between both of them. So you're going to expect them both to come in tremendous condition for the fight.
For Ben, this isn't just another training camp, it's a way of life. Early mornings, long sessions, and full commitment are setting the tone as he works on both his body and mindset for the toughest challenge of his career. Preparing for the fight against Chris Eubank Jr. isn't business as usual for Conor Benn. It's personal, strategic, and has been a long time in the making. For the first time in his career, Ben is moving up 2 weight classes, from welterweight to middleweight, to face Eubank Jr. This jump requires more than just physical adjustments. It changes how the entire camp is structured. While most fighters need to cut weight to make the limit, Ben's challenge is the opposite. He's had to bulk up, gain the extra size, and still maintain his speed, power, and endurance. His strength and conditioning coach, Dan Lawrence, explains how the team approached this unusual situation, making sure Ben isn't just heavier, but truly prepared for the new weight.
I've been in camp, been training anyway, but yeah, it's definitely camp's definitely intensified. Yeah, but we live for this. We're up at 5 a.m. almost every day. Yeah, just love this shit, man. Every day, 24/7.
Instead of using the usual weight-cutting strategy, Ben's team put him in a controlled caloric surplus, carefully adjusting his food intake based on his training intensity and recovery needs. The goal was to fuel every session with full strength, especially on heavier sparring days, without affecting his performance. Lawrence also shared how much attention to detail goes into the process, with data and testing guiding every aspect of Ben's nutrition and conditioning.
Oh mate, I saw you. Thank you, mate. For this beautiful day. Cheers, have a great time.
With Con now stepping up in weight, we are doing something slightly different, but his weight's great anyway. He's 10, 12 pounds over exactly where we need to be.
With every detail tracked, from calories burned to recovery rates, Ben's team believes there will be no surprises on fight night. Whether the weight holds or not, the work done behind the scenes leaves little room for excuses once the bell rings. As the Eubank Jr. fight draws closer, Conor Benn's training has shifted from pure conditioning to fine-tuning the technical aspects of his attack. One key focus has been body work, a strategy often used to wear down larger opponents during a fight. In recent training footage, Ben has been seen working on sharp, compact combinations to the body. This is a clear sign of the physical strategy his team is preparing to use against Eubank Jr.
We started with doing a comprehensive profile in London, so we did rest and metabolic rate plus lots of other tests. We got this data to know exactly how many calories Conor's burning on a daily basis at rest, and now we use other methods like Whoop and Garmin to see what he's burning with each and every session. We add the two together plus some other things, thermic effective food, so we have a total number of how many calories are going out. We then factor the nutrition into that. Myself and Glenn are working each day in terms of making sure he gets enough fuel in and ensuring that his weight's not coming down too quickly. So we're in a great position.
The training sessions reflect a focused strategy that combines both conditioning and tactical execution. With Eubank Jr. known for his size and durability, sustained body attacks could be key in controlling distance and tempo during the fight. Benn's camp has left nothing to chance, fine-tuning every aspect of his game to meet the challenges of moving up to middleweight against one of Britain's most experienced fighters. As part of his preparations for the Eubank Jr. bout, Conor Benn has taken his conditioning to the next level by incorporating altitude mass training. This method simulates reduced oxygen levels, helping to build endurance and improve performance under pressure. Usor Dawsalmai Interview 7. These training methods are designed to boost cardiovascular capacity and recovery, which is especially important as Benn moves up 2 weight divisions for the biggest challenge of his career. As the fight date approaches for one of British boxing's most emotionally charged matchups, former world champion and ex-trainer of Chris Eubank Jr., Roy Jones Jr., has shared his thoughts on what Conor Benn needs to do to overcome the size and experience gap against Eubank Jr. Roy Jones Jr., who previously trained Chris Eubank Jr., stressed that for Benn to win, he should adopt a strategy similar to that of his father, Nigel Benn, when he faced Eubank. With Eubank Jr. entering the fight as the bigger and more experienced, middleweight trying to outbox him from a distance would likely play into Eubank's strengths. Instead, Roy Jones Jr. suggests that Benn's best chance lies in raw aggression, forward pressure, and heavy shots, the qualities that run in the Benn family. According to Jones, these traits could be the real equalizers in this matchup. This view from Jones aligns with the broader conversation in boxing, where experts believe Benn's power, tempo, and fearlessness are his most dangerous weapons when the two finally meet in the ring. Ricky Hatton also acknowledged that while many favor Eubank Jr. due to his experience and size, Benn's self-belief and determination could give him the edge.
Conor, on the other hand, has to take a page out of his own dad's book. The only way I'm gonna beat Eubank is if he's flat on his back. I'm not gonna outbox him. He's bigger than me. I can't move around and stay away from him because he's the bigger guy. Can't let the bigger guy stalk me. I have to stalk him because my family's known for punching power.
Yep.
His family's known for punching power too, but more boxing and posing than punching power.
Yeah.
My family known for punch power, so I gotta be true to the sport, true to my family, true to the game. My goal is to land a big left hook.
Yeah.
Or overhand right, but mainly a big left hook.
Yeah.
He has to know that.
It's very interesting to think, to be honest with you. I mean, Conor's going up for 2 weight divisions. He's not fought anyone like the people that Eubank Jr. has fought, at his own weight, let alone 2 weights above. So it'll be very interesting. But Conor has a huge self-belief and drive, to be honest with you. A drive like his dad, the Benn family. I've never seen a family with more drive and determination. So I think everything's pointing at Chris Eubank Jr. But I think I might have a sneaky few quid on Conor, to be honest with you. His drive and his confidence and his self-belief is something that I've only ever seen in a handful of people, and he's going to need that, and I think that might be enough against Eubank.
But Ricky Hatton noted that Eubank Jr.'s need to cut weight could be a disadvantage, recalling that the last time he had to make weight, he was knocked out by Liam Smith. Hatton pointed out, Chris will be boiling himself down a little bit. The last time he did that, he stepped in with Liam Smith and got knocked out. That will help Conor. Hatton believes it's a 50-50 fight, but with Conor's self-belief and drive similar to his father Nigel's, he thinks it might give Conor the edge. So I'm going with Conor. Hatton also highlighted that dropping down to make the contracted weight could leave Eubank vulnerable again, just as it did in his defeat to Liam Smith. However, beyond the weight issue, Hatton points to something less measurable: Conor Benn's mindset. Time and again, Benn has shown that his self-belief reflects the fighting spirit of his father, Nigel Benn. In a fight defined by legacy and family pride, Hatton believes that inner fire could be the deciding factor when the pressure is at its peak. The rivalry between the Benn and Eubank families is more than just history. It's personal. At the pre-fight press conference in London, former world champion Nigel Benn spoke confidently about his son. He highlighted not only Conor's natural punching power, but also his technical skills and all-around ability, which he believes set his son apart from both himself and Eubank Jr.
What gives me the confidence? Because I know my boy. He's got my DNA, but much better. I believe it's not like, what round he's going to do him in, what round. I think as soon as he hits much harder than Liam Smith. And I think once Conor put that pressure on him, Conor could do 12 rounds at pace. And you know what? If he wants to come in here at 60% against my son, mate, retribution is coming your way, mate. I'm telling you. It is coming your way, mate. He's going to hit you so many times with a left, you're going to be crying for a right. He's going to hit you so many times, you're going to think you're surrounded. I'm telling you, mate.
That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear apologies. I want to hear how it's going to be.
He's going to put it on you, mate, and I'm so confident.
Beyond making predictions, Nigel Benn emphasized that his son Conor's style is far more complete than his own ever was. He believes that Conor's combination of discipline, power, and ring IQ will be too much for Eubank Jr. to handle. Nigel's confidence is rooted not only in family pride, but also in what he sees from his son every day in training. He concluded that the fighter stepping into the ring on April 26th is far more advanced than the one who first entered the professional scene years ago. This belief adds another emotional layer to an already highly anticipated showdown between two family legacies. As the fight draws nearer, Conor Benn's training camp has been nothing short of intense. Stepping up 2 weight divisions to face Chris Eubank Jr. is one of the biggest challenges of his career, both physically and mentally. But Benn's recent training footage shows a fighter who is fully locked in, pushing his limits day after day to rise to the occasion. Whether it's altitude mass conditioning, relentless sparring, or power-focused strength sessions, everything about Benn's preparation shows a fighter determined to close the size gap and impose his own pace in the ring. It's not just about the work rate. His entire team, from head coach Tony Sims to strength coach Dan Lawrence, have openly spoken about the calculated approach behind his camp. Every drill, every round, every calorie has been carefully designed to ensure Benn isn't just prepared, but arrives as the best version of himself on fight night. With both fighters carrying the weight of family legacy and pride, the stage is now set for a showdown where preparation will be just as important as natural talent. As the fight date gets closer, Conor Benn's preparations have only intensified. Moving up 2 weight classes to face a naturally bigger and more experienced opponent like Chris Eubank Jr. demands more than just sharpness. It demands transformation. Judging by his latest training footage, Benn is leaving no room for doubt. From strength and conditioning to technical drills, Benn's camp has been tailored for both endurance and explosive power. Whether it's sparring, altitude training, or high-intensity bag work, his team believes this version of Conor is stronger, smarter, and more disciplined than ever before, fully prepared for the biggest test of his career. One of the most crucial elements of Conor Benn's preparation has been his sparring work. For a challenge like Eubank Jr., it's no surprise that his camp brought in someone who knows all about relentless pressure and elite-level aggression. World champion Sean Porter, known for his high-intensity come-forward style, was the perfect sparring partner to simulate the kind of danger Benn will face on fight night. The experience and pace from Porter's style have helped sharpen Benn's reactions and inside game under fire. The focus for Benn's team has been clear: adapt to pressure, learn to handle size, and develop the timing and accuracy needed to neutralize a bigger, aggressive opponent like Eubank Jr. Despite the personal rivalry and all the back and forth leading up to the fight, Conor Benn showed real respect when asked about Chris Eubank Jr.'s strengths. Benn didn't hesitate to highlight the qualities he believes have always defined Eubank's style inside the ring.
Yeah, genuinely, do you think, right, okay, he does
His
that?
biggest attribute was his engine, was his hunger, and his ferociousness.
Osalen Baim. Eubank Jr.'s engine and work rate have been central to his success throughout his career, especially in high-paced fights. For Conor Benn, acknowledging those traits is more than just a sign of respect. It shows how thoroughly his camp has studied Eubank's strengths and crafted a strategy specifically to counter them. This attention to detail is a key part of their preparation for one of the most personal and high-profile fights of Benn's career. Throughout this journey, Conor Benn has faced both public criticism and questions about his image. However, when asked directly about how he sees himself, Benn made it clear that the narrative surrounding him doesn't reflect the reality. He emphasized that the outside perceptions of who he is don't match his true mindset or abilities.
I'm definitely not a bad guy. I'm not how, I don't know what happens, but I'm definitely misunderstood. I am definitely misunderstood. Because I'm not a bad guy.
Talk about that.
Yeah, because he's arrogant, he's an idiot. He's not my cup of tea. Every time I met him, he's rude. He's rude to everyone. It means more to me than winning the world title.
Yeah?
Probably, yeah, I'd rather flatten you.
Lasi Borisiu Bir Biking Soriwa Yuritar. Conor Benn's response highlights how much the outside noise has fueled his mindset going into this fight. It's clear that Benn isn't just stepping into the ring to prove himself as a fighter. He's also determined to rewrite the story people have told about him. For Conor Benn, this fight is about much more than titles or rankings. The long-standing rivalry between the Benn and Eubank families has always been personal, but for Conor, his own experiences with Chris Eubank Jr. seem to have added even more fuel to the fire. This isn't just a fight for legacy, it's a chance to settle old scores and establish his own narrative. Interview 13. Conor Benn's personal motivation has been clear throughout his camp. For him, this fight is not just about settling a historic family score, it's about proving a point in the most decisive way possible. As fight night draws closer, his training intensity has only sharpened. Focused on timing, precision, and explosive combinations, Benn has been pushing himself through every session to ensure there are no weaknesses exposed. Every movement is designed to carry over to the ring, where he knows he'll need perfect execution against the bigger, more experienced Chris Eubank Jr. Benn has been fine-tuning his power and accuracy under the watchful eye of his longtime trainer, Tony Sims. The pair have based their final preparations in Majorca, away from distractions, fully focused on the challenge of facing Eubank Jr. With Sims guiding every session, Benn has been drilling sharp combinations and fight-specific tactics, aiming to carry both speed and power into the ring on fight night. Conor Benn's work ethic has been relentless, and his focus on speed and precision has been a major part of his preparation. Against a fighter like Chris Eubank Jr., quick reflexes and lightning-fast hands could be the difference maker. With that kind of hand speed, Benn is proving that he's not only prepared for the challenge, but is also evolving as a fighter. His speed will be crucial in overcoming Eubank Jr.'s aggressive style, giving Benn the edge in exchanges. Benn is pushing his limits in the gym to prepare for his next big fight. From explosive power drills to intense agility sprints, his strength and conditioning routine is all about building the stamina, speed, and power needed to dominate in the ring. This sneak peek gives you a glimpse into the grind that makes Benn a force to be reckoned with. With all the hard work, discipline, and sacrifice going into this camp, Conor Benn is leaving no stone unturned in his quest to make a statement in the ring. His strength and conditioning routine isn't just about getting fit. It's about gaining the edge over an opponent who has the size and experience advantage. As Benn sharpens his body and mind, fight night promises to be nothing short of explosive. What's your prediction for the Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn fight? Do you think Benn's power and preparation will be enough to overcome the size difference? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.